Is Shakur Stevenson even really a star in boxing? Because I don't know. I'm looking at the aftermath after his win over Teofimo Lopez, and honestly, it just seems like no one really cares. And I don't think it seems like he's got loads and loads and loads of attention over his name. Look, I can tell you for one, we all know for a fact this guy is the best defensive boxer in the sport. He is, in my opinion, in the talk around the Crawfords, the Canelos, the Bivels, the Usyks, the Inoues, and the Bams. I think he's in that section. I think he's with those guys. But the star power for Shakur is just not there. The guy's again got a really bloody good resume. I mean, that win over Teofimo Lopez is huge, absolutely huge, and the performance itself was absolutely elite. It was astonishing, but is anyone really talking about it? You know, are the casual fans talking about Shakur Stevenson? No, they are not. No, they are not at all. Look, there's many things for him being a star. He is an undefeated multi-weight world champion now, and he is an easy guy to promote with all the stats that he's got around him. Getting hit the least in on average in rounds or whatever those bloody stats are. The elite skill that he's got, being a multi-weight world champion. You know, Look, there's lots to promote him by, and let's be real here. He again, he is someone who I think can be controversial with, people call him Shakur tweeted him with the amount that he bloody goes on and on social media the whole bloody time. So again, I think Shakur's got charisma about him. Definitely he has. I feel like people underestimate that. I feel like he's got things to be a star, definitely. But I think, especially to the casual audience, he's not appreciated much as a boxer. We all know how bloody good he is, but I feel like to a lot of people, he's just not appreciated enough at all to be a star. And as much as I hate to say it, Tank is a much bigger star than what Shakur is, a much bigger star, a way bigger. Especially in America as well, to the American audience. And I feel like right now the American audience is, I don't know. It just there just doesn't seem to be enough hype around a lot of their guys. But with Tank, he is a big star. He's got the star power. He's got the charisma for it. He's got the style for it. He's a bloody knockout artist. Even though he's such a hateable guy. I mean, that is why a lot of people want to watch him. But again, Tank has got that star factor to him. Something which, in my opinion, I don't think Shakur Stevenson has. I don't think he has at all. And I feel like there's many cases about him being a star. I feel like look, I feel like Shakur's got a lot of credibility in the space. Of course, he has to. He has to. You're stupid if you don't give him his credibility. There are many people that don't, but I feel like he's growing that credibility though. But I feel like, so again, the credibility with a lot of people is there, but it's kind of that credibility, but people just don't want to watch him though. I feel like that's something which is a problem that Shakur's got, if you get what I mean. But he's not a proven draw. He's never been a proven draw whatsoever. Let's be real. I feel like a big thing, a really big thing is he was co-main event with William Zepeda to Hamza Shiraz and Edgar Berlanga. You'd think Shakur and William Zepeda would be main event, but clearly something's been seen in that for why they wouldn't put them as that main event in that slot. Clearly something was saw. Clearly, I don't know, Turkey Al Sheikh knows something. Some promoters know something that he just doesn't sell. He just doesn't do enough. You know, I just don't think there's that fan connection there with Shakur Stevenson, and I feel like promoters are starting to see it. A big reason why that Tio and Shakur fight was so huge is because of the star power that Teofimo Lopez actually does bring and that he actually does have. I feel like he's lost. I feel like Tio lost a bit of it though, but I feel like even with Shakur coming off that win, I just feel like people still see him as the exact same man though, and that shouldn't be. It shouldn't be the case. Shouldn't be the case at all. But I feel like that's how people still view Shakur Stevenson as the exact same man. But really, multi-weight world champ. Um, yeah, I just feel like the style really does let him down for it as well. But I think the questions are: is he headlining successfully? I don't know. How are the pay per view numbers? I actually don't know. Not a lot of it gets revealed. But the fact he was co main for that Hamza Shiraz at Gablanga fight, people know something that we don't, I think. People know something that we don't. He's got no casual fan recognition at all, really. Let's be honest here. I feel like a lot, as I said, most people tune into that because Teofimo Lopez versus Shakur Stevenson undefeated. But let's be real. I think Tio was the draw. Tio was the draw. But look, we all know for a fact Shakur's an elite fighter. He is. But I feel like it's only people who appreciate the sweet science, which, let's be completely honest with ourselves here. Very small number of boxing fans. Very small number of boxing fans appreciate the style of Shakur Stevenson. It's, again, not the most entertaining style to watch, but you need to appreciate it. But not enough people do. And I understand why. 100% I understand why. But yeah, look, I think the question is though, is he even becoming a star? Because if anything, that Teofimo Lopez one should have broke him out completely, but it didn't. It just didn't at all. It didn't. Is he a boxing star, but not a mainstream star? He's a boxing star, definitely. He's not mainstream at all, though. Again, with things I've said, it's clear to see. It is clear to see. But again, the guy's got a bloody good resume. But if you look at certain things, though, he stunk out against Edwin De Los Santos. It wasn't good. Artem Artatuni stunk it out. You know, that's the thing. That's the thing. But again, Jamel Herring, who really, I mean, again, did well in that fight. Oscar Valdez, who really remembers that fight. You know, let's be real here with some of it. But is he really a star? He should be a bigger star, but he's not a mainstream star at all.